And we are on day 3 of our honeymoon road trip. We are heading towards Roswell, New Mexico, where we're at right now. It's
in the middle
desolate.
of nowhere.
Yeah, it's desolate. There's nothing. There's no one.
It's nothing growing. There's not even really any mountain right here, but we went through some awesome mountains.
Yeah, and I'll put some pictures in here too. But yeah, we went through red clay and red rocks and
there's
big old mountains.
There's a bowl out there by itself.
And now we're into desert.
We're like 80 miles northwest of Roswell, New Mexico.
So the last time we talked to you, we were in Uranus.
I hope that didn't hurt.
And we had the best fudge, and I just finished the piece of fudge, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. And truly, the best fudge comes from Uranus.
It was really, really, really good fudge.
We still have some raisins left, so we'll be enjoying those later. But we didn't update you yesterday because the first night we drank too much. And so yesterday I had the biggest headache, the biggest hangover.
And she slept most of the day.
I kept having to take Benadryl to try to get rid of my headache because sometimes that works. But then it makes me so tired. And plus, just being in a car makes me tired. Like I could fall asleep, driving to town.
That's why I drove 100% of the trip.
I blame my parents because when I was a baby, my dad used to drive me around to get me to sleep. And so now, literally, I can fall asleep in the car at any time. If we're not talking or something, I'm like starting to fall asleep. But anyway, so when he says he doesn't drive he's a truck driver, but he only drives
9 miles at a time.
Right. So what do they call that? Like a day tripper, right?
It's a boring ass job is what it is.
We met an over-the-road truck driver at a bar that we were at the other night. And he was saying he was from Louisiana. He had the thickest Louisiana accent. He was like, "We call y'all day trippers."
Yeah. He actually drives a truck for LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
Go LSU.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was cool to see him, or to meet him. But anyway, so let's give him the lowdown on what we've been doing. So the first night we stayed in
Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. And we got in, I don't know, it was like 8:30-ish, something like that. And we were like, shot time, baby.
Yeah.
Time to have a little drinky drink. So we asked the guy at the desk, where the closest bar was. And he directed us to this place called Coyote Adobe. And as we went out to the parking lot, we noticed there was a bar literally in the parking lot of the hotel called Rumors. And we're like, but he directed us to a different one. So we went past it, and this Coyote bar was on the other side. Well, they were closed. And so then we went to this Rumors place, and we realized why he directed us to the other one was because this is a strip joint, right? Titty bar. And so he must have assumed that
we wouldn't want any
a
part of that.
couple wouldn't want to go into a titty bar, but he didn't know me. He didn't know him. We wanted to go to the titty bars.
So we did.
So we did. It was like Monday night, right? So it wasn't very busy at all. There was us and the Louisiana guy, and then maybe a sprinkling of other single guys in there. And I think I saw one other couple.
There was one other girl in there. Besides the dancers.
Yeah. And when we first got in there, we were like, nope, none of the girls were dancing. They were just kind of standing around. And I was like, man, why aren't they dancing? Like, I want to see, You want to see. So finally they did, and it was kind of cool. You might think it's strange, but the two of us were sitting there watching them, and we were talking about their bodies and, commenting on like what we liked about their bodies and stuff like that, which I don't think that is really normal for a wife to do, but
especially on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
But I was not going to argue with her. I know where my place is, and I know I'll just be quiet.
So I'm a Jack drinker, and he drinks Crown Apple. And we ordered shots. And he gives us like a plastic cup, about half full, third full maybe, of the alcohol. So we're getting, I don't even know how much, but it was definitely more than a shot at a time. That's how we get in trouble. Then, of course, we're telling everybody that we just got married, so the Louisiana guy buys us a drink, and the bartender, and so we had more than we intended. So anyway, we got a little loaded, but it was fun. So there's this one dancer, and she has the coolest tattoo, and I swear I'm gonna get this tattoo. She had he made a face.
Well, it's only present in certain position that she was in.
She had on the back of her thighs,
one on each side.
Right. So right under the ass, like the upper thigh. And one side says Jesus and the other side says wept. Jesus wept. So I liked it. I really liked it. I really think it's clever. I like it a lot.
And she was just like this hometown cute girl.
Yeah.
Little bob haircut.
Yeah.
Little thick. No, she wasn't.
Like a normal.
Yeah, normal.
Like a real woman.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. She had a little belly, and it was super cute.
She was super cute. She was like.
So we decided she was super cute, and so I went up to her and I asked her, how much she charges for lap dance and how we could do it. I said, I want you to give one to my husband. And she was kind of like, what? And then there was a guy sitting next to her. I don't know if he worked there or he was the regular or something, because she was talking to him, and he was kind of there the whole time. And he was like, he must have the best wife ever. He must be the luckiest guy. I said, yeah, I think he is.
I am absolutely blessed.
So she had to do another song, so she did her song, and she took us back for the lap dance. And because of this COVID thing going on, we had to wear masks, and she wore a mask, which is kind of weird.
Well, it's COVID.
But COVID, it's weird. Everything's weird about it. So she let me sit right across from where the dance was at so I could see everything. And then she gave him his dance. And in Missouri, I guess, or at least in this place in Missouri, I don't really know what the rules are, you can touch, so he could touch titties and ass, and she was topless.
Well, she did have pasties on. They were like invisible ones, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't even tell unless you were right up on her. But so she tells him that. She tells him, and then he's kind of like, well, I don't know if I can, I say, yeah, you can, go ahead.
She was encouraging me to touch her, to play with her boobies.
I was. So during the dance, I was like, get it, baby.
And then towards the end, I kind of smacked her ass a little bit. And she goes, you gotta smack it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did.
So it was fun. It was fun. And she gave me a hug after, which was cute, And she was cute. She had glittery eye makeup, of course. So it was fun. We had fun. And then by the time we got back to the hotel, we were both spinning, though. I mean, we were like,
it was bad. We drank way too much, way too quick.
Yeah, we were done for. So we basically collapsed into the bed, and I don't think he moved the whole night. I was, like tossing and turning because my head was pounding. And then when we got up, I felt hungry, but I felt nauseous. If you drank too much before, you know that feeling. So we did go to the Waffle House, and I started eating. I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, I went in the bathroom and peeked my guts out at the Waffle House.
Which is like, that's what the Waffle House is there for. That's why they have a big lock on the bathroom and nobody else can come in here.
Right. Yeah, I was glad for that. It was a single bathroom.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go to
Oh man. So then the rest of the day we just drove, and like I said, I was in and out of consciousness. Basically.
And needless to say, we didn't drink anything yesterday.
No, we did not. We did anyway. Yeah, so Corona, New Mexico. We're close to it, and right now, and a destination that we're considering retiring to. But we have 2 kids at home still. My son is 12. I've talked about them before, and my daughter's 15. So it won't be until after that, because we don't want to uproot them. But
so we got what, 5 more years?
Yeah.
And that's about
retirement time.
Yeah.
So it's going to work out perfectly, I think. Like everything in our lives.
Everything in our lives that we've planned, we've done so far.
Yeah, it's, the gods have really smiled on us.
They have.
They really, really have. We are.
And
we really are. By that time, it'll just be us, so we don't need much. We just need a place to lay our heads and drink our whiskey, rock on the front porch. That's about it. That's all we really need. But anyway, so that was our adventure in Springfield. I don't know why I have a block in my brain for that. It's such a common town name, but I just can't remember it all the time. So anyway.
Well, I don't usually associate Springfield with Missouri, but Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, I always think Illinois.
Springfield, Ohio.
But anyway, so then last night we stayed in Marilla, and that was kind of weird because we tried to go out to eat. Where did we try to go?
We went to a Logan's Roadhouse, and it was like, when we got there, it was like 8:01, and they have to close at 8 o'clock because I think they serve alcohol.
Yeah, so they said that a lot of the restaurants there, because of the COVID stuff, are now having to close at 8 o'clock. And if we think it must have something to do with the fact that they serve alcohol too, because we ended up having to go to a Chinese buffet place, and they were open, she said, till 9:30, and they don't serve alcohol there.
But it was weird because you had to have a server take your food from the buffet and put it on the plate.
Right.
You could not go hover over the buffet.
Right. So it was super weird because I know y'all have been to Chinese buffets. I mean, who hasn't? And even since having surgery, I like to go. I can't eat that much, but I still like to go. And it's weird because you have to stand in line, and luckily they weren't busy, so we got right in there. But they have a place where you stand, and then the server comes up and he walks with you, and you just point out what you want, and it feels very strange. It feels like having a personal servant, which is very strange.
Right.
Because you're like, okay, that's enough, and I want this, I want that, and you kind of feel weird, and I don't know, I think if I had been physically able to keep going up for more food, I wouldn't have wanted to, because I think I would have felt like embarrassed or something. But, with the surgery, I couldn't even eat my whole plate.
Yeah, I don't even like to take her to a buffet. What a waste.
So that was that, and then we went back to the hotel, and I tried to get in the hot tub, and it was fucking cold. And I was like, what the hell? And so he went up to the desk lady, and she was not very much help, was she?
No.
She says, oh, well, if you turn the bubbles off, it'll heat up slowly. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Well, when we went in there, the bubbles weren't on. Nobody was around. It probably hadn't been on forever, so.
Right. There was hardly anybody in the hotel. And
it was still cold.
It was off that whole time when we first got there, while we went out to eat and everything. So it was, at least an hour or so. And then when I got in it was cold, and it, didn't move at all in the right direction.
Yeah. I think they're just saving energy because they don't have the business.
Yeah, that's I think exactly what it is.
An expense that they don't want to pay for. They don't have to.
They probably turn it off at a certain time or something like that.
Management just tells them, just make up an excuse.
Right, because I think it was like an hour before they were going to close anyway. And I didn't even try to get in the pool because the pool, even though
they're probably warmer than the hot tub,
even though it's heated, it's still usually colder than the hot tub. I did dip my toes into it, and it felt the same. It felt the same as the hot tub.
These were indoor pools.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's not even worth it. I just swam around and it was a big ass hot tub. So that was one nice thing about it. I swam around a little bit, but yeah, that was it. So we went back to the room, and just kind of vegged out and talked and looked at the map and, you know, got a little freaky. This morning we did get up early. We were like, okay, we got a full day of stuff we want to do because we want to go to Roswell and look around and, you know.
A couple other places around south of Roswell and figure out where we're going to stay. And
yes. And we want to try to, one of our things is to try to stop at all the Harley stores, Harley places in these towns that we go to get Harley shirts from all of them.
Right, yeah.
So Roswell for sure. That's right up there. And we're definitely going to go to Elephant Butte. I've been wanting to go there since I heard that this place existed. And I'm hoping that they have a Harley dealership too.
There's a Harley dealership in Truth or Consequences.
Yes, and that would be perfect too. Yeah. So, you know, we're not necessarily looking for like I've been in New Mexico kind of shirts. We want the Harley New Mexico shirt.
Right.
You know. So that's what we're doing. So we'll take some video during our adventures today and probably update you again tomorrow as well. Right?
Yep.
So I think we are signing off. But if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. Hit the thumbs up so we know you liked it. And please leave us some comments. Ask us some questions. Tell us what you want to see from our channel. So we will talk to you soon.